Yo, what's up, Cat? How's it going? It is our final stream before we move off to college. Once again. A couple more times remaining. Trying to draw without letting my hand on the table too much for my warm-up right now. It's not going well. I really crutch on the table. Good. Got your lesson 3 critique, no revisions this time. Huge. Congratulations. Pass on to lesson 4. You're getting faster every day, I swear. Oh my gosh. Oh, no. Do not let my hiccup start tonight. We're not doing that again. The hiccup started again. No. I was like clearing my throat. Yeah, it was good that time. I think last time I had hiccups on stream, I also... Oh, jeez, no. I ate at the same place. I think I have to go find that hiccup stream. No, I don't want hiccups. Please, no. Why am I so prone? Oh, jeez. Gotta do your 50% stuff before lesson 4. Ah, true. Oh god, my ellipses are not good today. Jeez. Oof. I don't know what is going on, and I'm very upset. Ugh. I may have to mute myself. Like, this is bad. Why did my hiccups have to start? Drink cold water slowly and it'll get rid of the hiccups. I've always been told that. I've tried all the things. It doesn't work, sadly. I'll also try it in the spirit of it. I got some nice ice water right next to me. It did not start happening until I started the stream as well. Like literally when I clicked the button and started talking. Jeez. Anyways, whew. Hello, buddy. Hope you're all having a good one. I currently am suffering with hiccups, as you can tell. But I hope you are all, you guys are having a better Sunday than I am. I'm fighting it off. I felt it coming right there, and I like exhaled a lot. Oh, now I'm yawning. I'm gonna hiccup. Yeah. Okay. Cool. But yeah. So, we're continuing with our wolf construction. Today is like our kind of final bout with the wolf. We're gonna be using our mini corrections that we did yesterday, to kind of guide us today in our decision making. We're gonna slow down. And as these constructions happen, we won't do redos. We won't do these kind of review things. But we will, we'll pick up the pace. Just like lesson 4, I'll start out very slow, methodical, critiquing myself as much as possible as we go through to make sure we have a good, foundation, and then push ourselves forward. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take another swig of water. Okay. I think I'm better, but we'll see. Anyways. Oh, no. That one hurt. Oh, jeez. Also, I was listening to my stream the other day, and I realized there was like some Final Fantasy music that was like super loud and obnoxious, and I didn't even realize it was playing. So if you guys find any music that you just don't like, tell me. I'll cut it out of the album because I've already culled a few. And I found what's breaking the media player is some of my MP3 are corrupted or something, so those like just stop the player and break it a bit. Here's the warm-up I've been doing so far today. My ellipses are not that good. I think it's also because of my hiccups and that I've not been ghosting a lot. So we'll do some more warm-up today, and then we'll go right back into the wolf construction. Yep, okay. So let's get a fresh piece of paper out. Oh, peace. Suffering, fighting off demons today. Thankfully, we have many. Oh my god, that one hurt. Oh, jeez. What is going on? I had a pretzel today at this like bar I went to. And it was like a bar restaurant, and so they have like beer batter or like beer what was it called? Like the beer cheese with the hiccups. Yep. No, the pretzels, and it's always bread that gives me hiccups. Like whenever I go to some fast food places with like chicken sandwiches or stuff. I'm gonna take another swig of water. We're gonna calm down for a second, and then we'll get into our warm-up of the day. Jeez, now I'm yawning a lot too. I think it's because my body like wants oxygen because I'm hiccuping so much. Okay, let's get started, everybody. Also, ever since one day my mic just randomly disassembled itself. I don't know why, and it's felt off ever since. Oh wait, I'm tightening something. It's somewhat better. Oh, it's a lot better. That's splendid. Okay. Oh god, that hurts. Okay, let's just get to it. Maybe we'll have to talk a lot less this stream. That won't fix it, but oh. Other than that, though, had a pretty good day. Very lazy day. Packing everything. Don't have a lot to pack because I plan on buying everything that I need once I get there. Plus, I'm already moved into my apartment, so I don't need new stuff, really. And all the new stuff, like I want to get a new lamp. It's just gonna be like $13 off Amazon. Oof, I rushed that. Let's calm down. Oh, why? I really do apologize, everybody, if this is annoying. If you guys want me to mute while you work, let me know. Oh, jeez. Oh. When I think about it, I'm amazed that like streamers don't get hiccups more. It's not like that happens all the time for me. Just like whenever I watch the mini streams of Germa, I don't think I can ever remember him getting hiccups ever. Even like Vinny or Joel, like I don't see them getting hiccups. Am I a bad streamer? Do I have the bad streamer genes? Jeez. Also, Blue Turtle released a new music compilation. I highly recommend you guys go check that out. Oof. No person we haven't seen in a while. Not seen Fatima in a bit. Hope she's doing well. A resident entomologist. Or sorry, bugologist. Those fancier folk out there. I've been happy with my boxes. No real reason, just I feel like they could be more accurate. Maybe we take a bit of a box training arc in the future. Oh, yikes, that was not good. Drawing bugs is gonna give me the creeps. I'm not a huge fan of bugs. I have an interesting bug story today. Don't worry, cat. You'll learn to love them. There's some cute bugs out there, like bumblebees to even some wasps. I'd say are pretty cool looking. But yeah, I can definitely get the. There are some bugs that I love bugs. You know, I'm not gonna ever. But like, there are some that are just pretty awful looking. But you know, today I went to a garden. And of course I loved watching all the bugs, the lizards, birds, the squirrels, the fish. Just hanging out with them, though. Just sitting there and enjoying all of it. And I'm walking back inside and I walk past like the front desk and the woman sitting there, she goes, "Hey sir, can you stop for a second?" I'm like, "Yeah." And like I turn around towards her and she's like, "There's a wasp on your back." And I literally like look to my left shoulder and I just see a little guy crawling onto it. And like she got up as if she was gonna smack it, and wasps don't pick fights with wasps. I was like, I don't know. I said it was a really weird way of saying it, but I just say, "Oh, I'll let him ride there." And she was like, "Okay." And then I just walked out the door and little guy flew away, but like, I'm just gonna let him hang out there. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm just gonna let him hang out there. To avoid her letting her hit it. I'm not going to be a wasp advocate. Those guys can be really mean, but not all wasps deserve to be smacked or, you know, starting a fight with one, per se. Okay. But Kat, I'm not sure if you've seen it. At the bottom of one of the pages, there's a huge archives of bug pictures. I missed those somehow. I highly recommend using those first. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. Gosh, I feel so uncoordinated tonight. I don't know why. What did they put in the beer cheese? Hey, what's up, Delano? Glad to see you here, man. And you missed my wasp shenanigan story. We're gonna eat these worms. Honestly, let's start doing food, you know? From the wine bottle from yesterday to the jalapeno I saw. Glad to see you, Dazzling and Delano. Dazzling Delano. But yeah, glad to see you guys here. Hope all is well. Hope you've had a good weekend so far. Kicking off the week tomorrow with a Monday. We will not be streaming tomorrow, by the way, guys, just as a reminder. Thanks, my ellipses are just not it today. Also, guys, whenever we finish our second demo, I'm really wanting to do a 50% stream. And I really want to draw something from Outer Wilds. Either one of the Pursuers, or the ship, or both, or... The Nomai could be cool, but I'd rather draw a Pursuer. Because I love the Pursuers personally. They're just not only adorable, but... I'm not going to spoil the DLC. I have a fond appreciation of them. So yeah, probably after the second demo. That's my idea. And also, yeah, let's have no Australian ellipses today. That's what I'm going to call the ones that I just decide to reverse for no reason. Oof, that was not it. Aussimon gonna... What is that? Wait, it's the dumb emoji things. Aussie mode gone sicko. Yeah? Never fail to impress, Dazzling. Now that I think about it, Rise should be returning soon. Hopefully we'll get to see him back. A matter of days. I'm like shaky. I don't know why I'm shakier than you. Color is wacky, don't get me started. Color is intimidating. However, when I was messing with color for... I can't remember, it was one of my projects on the side recently. Memorizing how RGB values affect the display of color really helped me understand some principles. But I hear artists typically, instead of using RGB, care more about HSV, hue, saturation, vibrance. So that's also interesting. Who knows? You read some oldie book on color and you're like, nah. Yeah, I bet there's like Proco and there's this one really this YouTuber. Oh, I deleted it. My friend wants to say goodbye to me before I head out for college, so he's gonna stop by. And also shout out, I'm not sure if the pun was intended, but you read some old book. Shout out. Ellipses are not it. Be satisfied. We'll do a few more. We can also do it in like the structure of our wolf construction. Structure for a wolf. Oh, geez. My friend was not happy about that. Interesting. Gotta have the puns. I've always appreciated... Actually, no, I don't appreciate pun humor. Sometimes it gets annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy witty humor. It's probably my favorite. Yeah, this one. Yeah, my lips from yesterday was actually, I mean, that was bad, but that's worse than the ones I've been doing on average today, so. Yeah, for our wolf construction, we want one that takes up a large majority of the page. We'd have our head form right next to it. Last time our head form was a bit too small, and also, yeah, this one I feel like the distance here is a bit too large as well. And then a fourth over to this, and then a half. Pelvis was also a bit too small. Let's not be afraid to make it a bit larger this time. Very good. Eek, that was a bit stiff neck. Yeah, I think that the degree of this ellipse is way too large. I kind of just went into it without thinking about it. These are slowly getting better, just a bit tipsy. Yikes, yeah. It's that second pass that's killing me. Which only means more ghosting and stuff will kind of solve it, right? And this, I'm gonna put it in chat, because if you guys don't want to listen to me, or my music, shout out to this. Oh, hold on. There we go. I'm listening to this right now by Blue Turtle. If you want some, like, somewhat high fantasy, but mostly just, like, happy, lightweight, also animated, very cool, lightweight music. There you go. You could just pop out of the stream or mute the stream if you want to work with me. Hold yourself accountable regardless, right? Doing something that you love. Pinched it a bit too much. Now this. Looks too right, doesn't it? Anyways, I think we're prepared for our wolf. Get to it. Very happy with the alignment here. Now we're gonna do it on the other page and it's gonna be all over the place. But yeah, good warm up today, regardless. Not going to push it too far. We, you know, are on a time limit. So yeah, let's pull out a fresh piece of paper, talk about the wolf, and then do it. Also, simultaneously get a fresh pen and talk about a review from yesterday as well. Big part of today. I don't know why I'm so tired. I guess I haven't been sleeping a lot recently. Every time I go home, I mess up my sleep schedule, and while I do get like 9 hours of sleep a night, which is a bit ridiculous for me, all I need is like 7.5. That's kind of like my happy zone. Oversleeping is just as bad as undersleeping. Yeah, over and under. Not only that, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter how much time you get sleeping per night, but if you're, you know, going to sleep at varying hours from like 8 o'clock, like 8 p.m., 10 p.m., 12 p.m., 2 a.m., you know, like varying range is not helpful. It's hurtful. Consistency in your circadian rhythm. Come on, guys. So, what did we learn yesterday? Our biggest takeaway, from what I remember, is we want to overlap our forms more and not extend them too far. This was extended too far. It was a bit too narrow, and we wanted to overlap them a lot more to help define those joints. And don't be scared of using things other than just sausage forms, right? So this was a prime example of how this shape fits so much better into our like bicep / shoulder area than just this original sausage form. For when we drape or do these additive forms between forms, really make sure that they travel over it. Give it a lot of room. Make it really feel like it's sitting there. While it's good to have this little bump there to indicate, yeah, the form's on top, it's not going to be completely flush with it. We really care for it being deep inside there. And also, these deeper lines can give us good contours for how the form is behaving. So example here is, while this one isn't bad, it would make more sense for it to drape all the way down. To highlight, you know, the difference between the like quad right here, that's what I'm going to call it at least, the quad muscle, and then the shape of the fur over here. So, and just gives it more gravity, makes it look a lot nicer. As for the head, we did okay. It was just a bit small and very inconfident line work. We did too many passes. And also at this point, I was kind of giving up. Also, yeah, what was going on right here? Like, this should have been like a sharp shape. So paying attention to those fur contour lines, or silhouette lines, I should say. The animal. The tail, remember it's an actual additive form, so put it on top. And then for paws, as paws go, paws are still a bit difficult, and I'm figuring that out, but obviously we want to inset it more. And then, yeah, it's kind of a difficult choice of how we want to represent them form-wise. They don't have to be completely square-like, or like cube-like, but cube-esque forms, ones where the planes of each side are definitively defined on the page. That's better, right? So we don't need squares, but we want it, or cubes, but we want it to reflect the same nature of a cube. So yeah, overlap forms deeper and continue the flow and gesture through deep forms. Those are biggest takeaways. So we'll continue that here, mirroring Uncomfy's deconstruction as well as our own, and just being mindful of sizing and penmanship along the way. We could have made our friend here a bit larger. We want to make sure that these are equidistant and all that stuff. Or equidistant, just properly sized. And yeah, let's get to it. Got a fresh pen here. And guys, I don't want to say it, but it looks like my hiccups went away, so I think we're doing well for now. Ooh, I'm like so tired, I'm dizzy. Whoa. Oh my gosh, guys. Need a good night's rest. Okay, everybody, so let's take a quick sip of water. Get ready. Clear your minds, calm your minds, and we're gonna jump into our construction. Do it. Also gonna set our timer here before we forget, because we almost forgot last stream. Oh yeah, also I'll pull this up for you guys too. We'll just do this first. Yay. Okay, be right back. It'd be a waste of money, but I want to get a metal water bottle, because I have a plastic one now, and I love ice, and it's just not staying that way. My voice feels kind of fried. I'm not sure if you guys noticed. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm sick. That suck. Yep, we have our 3 major forms here. Let's accomplish that, and also kind of helps me just to refresh by doing it. So we'll do that real quick. Help ourselves out. Oh, I didn't want to export. Yep, we have our chest slash rib cage. Gonna sit here, occupying about half the torso, generally. And then a fourth over, because if this is a half, then we need a fourth between it, and then so yeah, that's a bit large. Is that good? Over here, we want our thigh slash. See, that's way too big. I feel like that feels good. The gap is a bit minimal here though compared to Uncomfy's, because Uncomfy did a much more rounded chest form. And his was also just closer to the head. So we can just do a smaller chest. Rib cage, I should be. Yeah, ignoring all the fluff is really easy to get lost in the fluff. Thing of this sort. Something like this. I think this is pretty good. We're slowly turning towards the viewer. Because if, rather morbidly, if we were going to cut this wolf in half, we'd be seeing the insides here, not the insides so much over here, right? Pretty morbid, I'm sorry. And then we have our head. Which, remember, we want to trace the upper part of the cranium up here to kind of give us a reference for the size of the sphere. Looking at the left. A lot, but just enough for his head to shift. Cool. And yep, from there, we're going to do our sausage form. We want a bit of a dip in the body. This. Even go a bit more. So, and then from there, we want a equal dip. Stomach. Like that. Then we would carve out a area for the head to land. Say not crazy large. This is kind of, or it's still pointed away from us, right? That connects it to the head. This one I wanted to go more like that. Like so. And then we'll do all of our other fun edited form stuff. But for now, we're just going to care about this. Let us care about this. Once again, returning to our kind of breakdown. The ribcage will occupy the right quarter of the page, inner quarter of the page, and it may be a bit larger because we've been drawing a bit small. And as Solana recommended, we should probably just push it more towards the center, because if we're going to have extra room, let's make sure, you know, the center focal point of our page is the wolf. Oh, that's really good. Bit small for what I wanted, but we'll take it. A bit pointed down. Then over here we want to do our head. Remember, it's going to be a tiny bit above the halfway mark, like in between 2/4 and 1/4, like in there somewhere. And then we're gonna have our head out here. Remember, we want this cranium mass. We don't want it to be too big. It's always, we can always add forms to it. We can't remove. But at the same time, we want it to be large enough to fit our forms inside of it for when we have to cut inside to, right? Yeah. Something up here. And the head width in this sketch is a bit larger, so we'll reflect that. That's a bit small, in fact, but still. And let's just make sure the pelvis fits correctly, because if the pelvis is the correct size, then we could do that. Perfect circle. Very close, right? Yeah. And I need to... I've been thinking... Sorry. Making faces at someone on the window. Yeah, once we get back to my apartment, my desk there is a bit less glossy, so you won't have this like flashbang every time I move my... Because my camera has auto brightness, auto whiteness, so it like tries to adjust for that. Anyways, yeah. So apartment upgrades, apartment downgrades, they'll all be there. Before Drawbox, my circles used to be so wobbly it was bad. Same here. In fact, let's here. I just want to take a side, explore how bad mine were. Yikes! Yeah. Wow, this is an ancient paper. This is the old paper I used to use, just random printer paper. These were bad. Oh man, nice step. Still kept pushing, and this paper is so bad compared to this. It's like, ugh, I did some of the 250 box challenge with this paper, and like I ended up despising it with good reason. Jeez. Paper feels holy, man. So old. Been with us for so long. Yeah, this second page was a bit better, but it's still tough. I know, right? Maybe one day I'll show you my old... I still have a couple of sketchbooks from when I was much younger. Oh, jeez. Because I haven't been drawing all my life. I've only been drawing for a little over a year with Drawbox, but... There was an era I was younger when I really wanted to draw. Oh, wow, that's awful. That's so small. Timer's broken? Oh, I never started it. That's why. Jeez. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. That's so small. How did I let that happen? Oh, no. Shoot, man. Oh, that's so silly. We're on such a great start as well. Oh, whatever. Let's just... Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know how I did that. Like, I in my brain, I was like, oh, this looks good. This looks like it's gonna be the correct size. Oh. Whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, upper right corner. Center for the body. That's too small. Yeah, we want bigger. Okay. I know I'm being anal, but you guys can't stop me. Oh, that's so goofy. Such a great start as well. In fact, on the website, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a degree guessing game just for fun. It's going to show you an ellipse on the page and a random size, position, and everything. And you have to guess the degree of it. And I may... Oh, no, I won't... Okay, I won't implement a leaderboard because that's a lot of, like, extra stuff I don't want to deal with, but... Still a little fun experiment. I almost went Australian mode. Did you guys see that? Watch me. Like, one day I'm going to have an Australian fan, and they're like, what the heck? There we go. That's a lot better, size-wise. You know, it's not going to make you better at art. It's not going to make you better at drawing, but I still think it'd be quite fun. A bit of ink smear there. Thanks. Bit larger than I intended, but I think that's going to be okay. And then we want our half of this over, and one that's actually large enough. I already tell it's a bit low. but I think that's fine for now, because we'll have our additive form on top. Could have had a bit more of a swing underneath, but whatever. Because if I implement a high score, then people are going to get, like, if I gamify it too much, like, I'll show you your accuracy, but I don't want a leaderboard. The leaderboard means I have to keep track of player names. There has to be a live server involved, or, you know, like something. I'm not doing all that. Maybe one day, but not in the short life of this website, at least. Or simple life, I should say. And we want the area up right here for the head, where we're going to connect the neck. Smaller degree. Very nice. It will show you your accuracy, though. And to be honest, that's a pretty easy game to make too. Yeah, so far I've had the ellipse planner, the head, and the box buddy 2.0 kind of. And there's others in there, but those are the three I want to implement. If I'm feeling lazy, I'll do the ellipse first because that's easy to make. And then I'll worry about everything after. Going Australian mode for this one. Nice. I'm scared to meddle with this now, and also I'm a bit worried that we don't have enough room on the page height-wise. Because we established last time, I'm not sure if we still have it on here, that the wolf is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe not. I don't want to pull out the ruler because we promised we wouldn't do that anymore, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay. So yeah, we're cutting it very close. So this back leg is the deepest, so technically we should start with that, but we'll see. The fact that it's reaching the bottom of the page is kind of cool because it makes it feel like it's actually standing, you know, on the page, but it's scary because we don't want to, you know, deal with all that mess. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to implement now our, what is just our shoulders slash bicep muscle, where we're going to have a slight contour above. I'm going to manually put a contour there to help us out, and then we'll have our form trailing off from that. Oh, that's cicadas. I thought like a sprinkler turned on or something. Anyways, so yeah, we kind of did that over here as well, but we're gonna clean this up, and we can just redo it over here. Yeah, now we're at the part where I want to do blue or something. Yeah, our ellipse in the actual thing is a bit larger, but we'll deal. So yeah, this bicep right here. It's really hard. Really hard to see what's going on here because this isn't the highest quality image. I am kind of like imagining I'm not sure. It seems like there's just a slight color difference right here and then fluff over here. But this right here is our arm form, our arm muscle, right? And so that would lead me to believe that there's something right here, or even like leaning this way. I'll be a bit generous and point it butt up. A bit of an doing like this shape. I'm pushing it forward a bit more. We have this very shape. But then we'd connect this one. And then exact same around this. Over here. We can make it a bit narrower so we can add fluff on the bottom. All we care about now. Then from there, and where this would intercept about like this. And here, we don't want to take over much of the foot, but we definitely want that sausage. This can be a kind of a pinch joint, so we're gonna see like this right. That's my goal. Yeah, using these simple forms alone. I actually really like this. Now it's obviously because I traced it, but besides the point. Yeah. So it's just all where this appears, and now what we're gonna do, go over here. That was a weird noise. I'm sorry. So yeah, it's a bit pointed off the ellipse there. It's quite large. Now it's kind of the weird game of consolidating what our ratios look like here compared to our sketch. Probably should have chosen a different color. But what we can do, actually, what I will do, we'll compare it to the entire body, the entire form. So if we know this lands here, and this lands here, we'll use a different color too. We have our head, this versus the head, we have this line, and it goes a little past the halfway, so in fact it may go right here. We're occupying a very large portion of it, and then this is assuming the mane and scruff are all like right here, right? So we're still going to be leaning forward quite a bit, and we don't really go off the form with our main shoulder forward. So much for me complaining about my line work today. Jeez, that was almost decent. Yeah, we're existing kind of in this zone, which we've kind of done. The neck may be a bit long. And yeah, this is point. Here, wait, I'll be right back. There's no way. So, story time, everybody. Quick pause. Take a sip of water if you want or something. Whenever it comes to going back to college, I'm very strict with like my health and everything in college. I eat very exact things. I don't have any soda like at all. It's very rare. All I drink is sparkling water, milk, water, and some tons of tea, tons and tons of tea, which is just flavored water, right? And so I kind of go crazy at home, like when I'm about to leave, because I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna have sugar and stuff. When my family and I were heading home from dinner tonight, my sisters were like, oh, we're gonna go out, and I was like, ooh, get me something. I was like, this can be after you're streaming. I was like, oh, she just knocked on my door and got me some tea, some very sugary tea, a flavor I've never had before. How much percent of my daily sugar is this? 118. If you know the brand, you know the brand. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to like promote brands on here that I don't think, like, I do not think people should be drinking this tea daily. It is highly sugary and not good for you. Am I a hypocrite for doing that? Yeah, but I'm going to have a sip of this beverage real quick, and then we'll hop right back into our construction. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh, my fingernail is like too cut to... I need something to open it. Oh, geez, wait. I'm scared of it exploding too. I haven't even... I can't... Oh. Oh. Got it. Oh man, that smells. That is a powerful little drink. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Jeez. Oh, guys, okay, we're back. Whew, now I'm gonna have some... Remember I was complaining about feeling tired at the beginning of the stream? That is no longer going to happen. Okay. Leg time. I'm all like, I'm gonna be jittery now. Okay, so, yes, our leg goes underneath. It's a bit thicker, actually, so, you have to be careful of that. But we just want this very strong form out here, and then we're gonna curl back in. So we can actually head down a bit and do that motion. Like so. That's actually very broad. Yikes. Whatever. So yeah. Yeah, because this should have probably curled over there, but now we don't have to do as much additive forming as before. We want to add that contour there to help us out. So yeah, here we have the leg reaching down. I think this was still a bit too intense, but let's switch the music now. I'm not too happy with the form we just put on the page. I blame the T. Okay. Very bulky form. Whatever. Yeah, because I think that other form contributed to this circle while this one kind of just stayed out in its own, but whatever. So yeah, now we want this form to kind of curl out. And we can start using our head measurements, right? So if one head form is right here, 2, 1. Okay, what I'm gonna do is separately there. 1, 2, 3. Actually, okay. Five. Nice. Looking at that. About 1.5 heads. We don't want to make it too long, so I'm comfortable with switching it to about 1 head's length, especially considering the size of our head in this. This exists about 1 head underneath, so we're already a bit tall, and stops at about 1.5 heads from that, so 1.5. So this is already a bit long, which adds to us wanting to shorten this. Thickness-wise, we can only gauge that while doing it. But yeah, we want it to land basically 1.5 heads from the floor. Or 1, 2, 3. We want to land about right here. 3 heads, the unit. This ends at almost the 2 head mark. 1, 2. It's already a bit tall. One, 2. Three. Half. About here. And it's gonna land at the front of that. We're gonna have a form that goes like this. Now I don't want to draw it too large in comparison to the body, kind of like this bicep form, so we're not going to. So as long as we end up above here, we're probably going to be fine. We go very much more down than anything. I think if we start up here, I actually have an idea. Because that establishes how large we need everything to be. And how deep inset we are into the form. then we have the other paw from right there. Let's be very explicit about how we want that paw to kind of like end like this, right? So we want to do this. I'm going to trace over it like this, go around and then in. We're actually going to kind of end up like right there, but for now. I think that's good. We don't need to do a second pass. Another sip of the ridiculously sugarized beverage. Then here, the paw is going to go down. Right, it's going to end up about a little bit halfway, over halfway from the rest of the leg here, right? About right here. And how far do we travel? A little over around half a head. Yeah, right here. And angle wise, I mean that kind of establishes the angle, but notice how we don't really poke out a lot. Like half of the form's inside, half the form's out. We'll be strict about how much we let happen there. Sure, we do want to give it some room to let it connect the paw pads, but for now, and also just let's double check how uncomfy accomplish this. Yeah, the separate form right here. Just looking for a good representation of that paw's motion. It's pretty sharp angle wise. We are going down, so that's also dependent on where we start it. But anyways, a bit straight for me, but whatever. It's also a very large form. Yikes. Oof, whatever. Yeah, starting with the round part is actually probably a great idea. So kind of like this one, how we started up here with the round part. Let's do that as we go forward. Is this already a bit excessive size-wise? Yes, but we're going to stick with it for now. And yeah, this is just really bothering me. It doesn't meld well with the shape that it's going the wrong direction, right? It's not following that taper. Yeah, also I realize how small this is, but the form we'll add there will be fun. Yep. We'll do the back leg now. Kind of like the one before it. We want a good representation of the quad slash glute that's going to be right here. We'll have our form that connects to it. Definitely have that motion right there. So take this, loop to that, and have a separate sausage form out of that. Rolled inwards, so we'd want this insert, right? Bit of a large. I guess we should bring it down all the way to the ankle here. Just a bit reluctant. That means we're gonna here. This form. Flatter. So yeah, this form actually I drew it larger than the previous one. It's gonna sit a bit higher actually too, than the pelvis area. I think Uncomfy does the same. We'll see. That's just larger, not really higher. Yeah, because his was not as low. Mine's pretty low. And it wouldn't. I guess we have to obey our previous construction, but if we compare, bring this over there. I mean, yeah, it's still pretty large. But now we can do this. Oh, thanks. A lot of it sits higher. Gonna make some helpful lines. Gauge where we are at all times. Cool. So, yeah, the size of this is practically going to be from the top of here. So I'm going to actually extend it like that. No, I'm not. I'll just make it lower and smaller, so a bit wider. We do have a decent gap between these two, yes. We're paying attention to this negative space in between, this shape that's going to happen. About right here is where we want it to poke out. We'll rotate it a bit more outwards. And poke it a bit downwards too, because this ends where that one starts. Oh, so no. Something like this-ish. That was not the best line. Are you going to submit this one in or draw another wolf? Submit this one. I don't want to like spam it like crazy. And then again, it's if we submit these, because for lesson 4 and lesson beyond, and I did this for lesson 3 as well, I don't really like submitting my own demos. One, because they suck, right? No. But I don't like submitting my own demos because I want to do them to the best of my ability. I post them to the Discord and usually get some kind of helpful advice or critique. And then continuously do that as I do my own, because with demo, and this is completely personal preference, I feel like I don't learn much from just following along when it's given to me. And a lot of drawing to me isn't necessarily being able to put things that you see on the page correctly, or like constructional drawing. It's being able to break it into its simplest forms and then put it on the page correctly. And so if I'm fed these example forms of how it's broken up, that's half the process gone for me. So I feel that Uncomfy gives us these and then wants us to explore with the tips and strategies that he's used in these examples, right? It's exactly like when your teacher does a math problem in front of you. That math problem can be done in literally infinite different ways. And it's your job to find the pattern there and then be able to apply it in other scenarios. And then not only that, understand it so well that you can then branch off that. You know, that's why we learn derivatives before integrals, or the quadratic equation before linear homogeneous, whatever, right? We want to understand it so well that then we can start inferencing off of that. And so that's our goal here. I want to learn these shapes and patterns so well that we can start inferencing off of it, making our own decisions with our own things. And then, you know, once I'm out there deep in the water alone, if I make mistakes, they're totally mine, you know, and that helps me learn. It's total personal preference. You can submit demos and that is perfectly fine and probably arguably better than what I do. But I feel like I personally learn more than this way. So that's how I do it. Let's see, this form ends near there. So we're gonna go swinging down from here, then curling in. Swinging down from here. But yeah, you're right, Kat. There's definitely a balance between, like, because I did 2 of these, right? And you're not supposed to do that. You're only supposed to stick to 1. And so, like, what's the philosophy there? And I'm a cheater. I mean, in all honesty, don't do what I'm doing. I'd probably learn more if I just submit the work I did in the first place. But I like the exploration. I like the lesson learning, and I haven't seen any negative stuff from it yet. It's very real and possible that it could happen, but for now I'm enjoying the process as I've seen it. One is slightly lower than that. Meets right through the middle of that. Definitely like has this motion to it. The wolves and demos for lesson 5, though aren't what asked or submit most of them is from scratch anyways. Yeah, true. Yeah. You're not unlike lesson 3 and lesson 4, you're not expected to or not expected, but like as you require some to be non-demo material or stuff, this one it's like 2 pages of specifically this type of species or this type of animal, right? Which I really like. I think it's cool. But because that means we get to pick some of our favorite animals of these favorite categories. I think the hardest and scariest one for me is gonna be the horse, because horses are so like blatantly muscular, right? Like panthers kind of share that, but it's like the very furry animals, like the very sleek ones, slender ones. Because like horses are beautiful because you can see their musculature, you can see everything happening underneath. And wolves are also beautiful, but like not so in that sense, right? So yeah, I'm very excited for all that. Will this be my favorite lesson? Who knows? But it's definitely many people's favorites for all those reasons. This leg dropped. We're seeing about a 2 ratio here. So as this one drops, and this is one of the lowest ones. We're going to see over here, this leg dropped a little bit past the front here. So we're going to see about right there. Head length wise, this one meets the half of the lowest one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're a bit off in my 1, 2, 5. Yeah, we're a bit off size wise, but I think if we place this one right here, it'll still be a fine. So yeah, this one, we definitely want that motion. This one's a bit too high. Whatever, we'll have to just work with what we got. I'm messing this one a bit higher to make it look better. We don't want it to be like super long, right? We want this heel to happen well, so we're gonna do. Here we go. And this one definitely like slips down. There's much more of an angle there, but what I'll do to try to reinforce that angle is add some stuff over here. This does make the booty look a bit bare though, which is a bit interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. I'm gonna avoid the paws for now because I'm a bit scared of them, I'm not gonna lie. We have the back legs now. We're gonna do kind of the same thing we've done. Oh, double clicking on the image like zooms it into screen size. That's very cool. So I can just go, oh, cool. Anyways. Behind the leg. I guess we'll keep the screen. We have this one right here. They're going to be almost the same size. And once I'm going to raise this up. Down a bit. How does income be a comp? He does that well as one form. I kind of see that I should have done that like this here too. I didn't really follow his along too well. Once again, returning to my don't be scared of non-sausage form ellipses. So let's not be scared of them and do this. It's just a bit long, right? That's the... We'll kind of mix and match both. We'll do this longer form, then we'll have the sausage form in it. He does one. Honestly, arguably, that one is actually like, yeah, we'll do what he did. Because while this is a bit long and excessive, this one, what he does, how it goes straight down almost, is very powerful. Sends that message. So we'll do that. It extends slightly below this one. This one's gonna be probably touching near the bottom of the page. We're gonna be going this direction. Very small. We don't really need to do that, so this one's going to sit around here for these. Being mindful of how much is exposed near the bootay. Actually cuts. This sphere doesn't really matter, or it doesn't matter, but not in the sense of when we go like this to form. This one will end slightly above this one. And near this, basically. Because this one was a bit high on accident. And we're gonna see a lot of this motion, right? We have this negative space in here. If I go negative. But yeah, so it's long, right? We have this line, and it's short, so this actually cuts in here. We go out for a bit. There we go. And then we kind of that was way too thick. Yikes. We'll put the tail in front of it, but it doesn't fix our mistake, right? And then we have our very strong, straight down sausage form. Not too happy with the positioning of most of these things. Something for me to worry about, though. We don't really need to do this line, but I'm still going to do it anyways. Yeah, his butt is looking really narrow. Missing a lot. We'll try to... add form here, because yeah, look at that, it's just so springly. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's not making me happy. That's and then we have this paw that goes straight down and is in between these. So we have this arm right here, or this bicep, I should say. Goes down here. You see it mostly back here. Second paw actually ends here as well, so. degree is going to increase. It's kind of coming away from the viewer, I guess. I don't know. We need to fix this back. It has this like motion. I say we do the back before we do the tail. So, I'm looking at Uncumpy's form here. Matches it about right here. I don't want to see it. And yeah, I can kind of see like this thing right here, so I can almost see what he's doing. This is my form right now, very narrow. In fact, it's mostly like... How do I save it? I can start it over here, like right here-ish. And I have this leg right here. So we're gonna go up, down, up. We want it to be about this level. We want it to end about right here. That was way too bulbous, or like bulky, but whatever. That should have been... We would just want to bubble over that, and then we're going around our sausage form now, right? Just kind of help me out. We have our tail coming from that. Does he add like a helpful contour line here? Not really. Yeah, tail wise, he almost connects it to that form. Yeah, we have this, and then definitely sprouts out and heads down. So it's its own separate form in there, right? And that goes this curl, this, and then we go up and then over and then in somehow. I just need to find out that connection point that I want to do. I'm gonna do it on the form. I'm just gonna add some one so far. There we go. Not gonna go crazy with it like we did last time. Cool. And then we have our main. Thought I kicked my power cord for a second. That's scary. Yeah, our main goal is we're gonna climb up here to the cranium basically, and then we're gonna be going around this arm and then around the gap for the head. Kind of going like that. That's our shape we're gonna be going after. Let's look at Uncomfy's. It's a lot so much smoother. And yeah, his are pretty sharp. Yeah, basically what we want to do is jump around here, go here, jump back of the head. And contour wise, we just want this gradual There we go, perfect. We're gonna just jump around here a bit. Nope. Now for the scary part, other than the paws, it's the head and eyes. I'm gonna be heavily referencing Uncomfy's structure here. So for our eyes, right, we have our head, which is arguably smaller than that. We have center of our form, and then kind of brushing over our head and animal / human head structure. We have kind of this shape happening. I'm going to connect them all together, kind of like we did yesterday. I'm going to try to reinforce my understanding of it, right? And this one we're going to see a lot more turning. It's going to get sharper down here. It's not going to be just the eye though, yeah. Something of that sort. Looks a bit flat though, so we're going to reference Uncomfy's. Looks like we can take up a majority of the form here. The eyes and kind of above the shoulder, so yeah. For the eye sockets, I should say, so if they go about that low. We can add our flattened yeah. Establish those cranial insets. I want to mainly just establish these two right now. This. Cool. Confident lines only, Kavel, come on. This line that goes back. You go rest the eye. Up here, back here. The diagmatic bone right here, side. And we go underneath, and this one's pretty flat. So frontal bone to zygomatic to maxilla and back. Cool. Somewhat confident. That should have been sharper, but whatever. This one. Now we just want to be really exercising our ability to say, okay, this is deep in here. Cool. And then we want the spheres for the eyes. Pretty good. I like. Take a quick sip of the tea. God, the legs are so chunky. Why do I always do this? Okay. So now we want that bridge. Looking at our front here. Bottom of the jaw, what we're going to care about here, lands about right here, below the head. Touches the top of this. I'm going to move it a tiny bit up because we don't want like a super long nose, right? That means down here. We're going to connect it to the back of the head. In here. Now we're going to be connecting this mass here. We have the ears. Make sure they're properly spaced and sized this time. We also have the eyelids, which we can. This one we can kind of go up 3 parts of the eyelid, you know, this up corner. So this up corner, up corner, down, in. Once again, we can kind of meet it over here. Up. Long part corner. Corner. And I kind of like how Uncle V has this like group, and then we go around the eye. Ooh, it's a bit rough. And then we meet over here in the corner. Then we have our pupils, but I'm a bit scared of doing that right now. Then we also have our floof. We can add in the floof. This one I really rushed last time, so let's really think about the forms that we're going to be adding. So, we have a floof here, which jumps, goes down on this part of the form, and then goes up here, kind of create this. This is the contour that we're looking at. How can we involve that with the forms that we already have? So we have this one that jumps up in front. So we have the mane right here. This one is following down the side of that contour. Doing this. So we would be, if here is that first form. Here is our skull. Uh-oh, got a message. Oh god. Oh, that's awful. The picture of Germa that's like really, like one of those just classic horrible Photoshop pictures of Germa. Oh jeez, that's terrible. I hated looking at that. Word being. Germa, whoever created that. Anyways, back to it. So we're going to be basically following the shoulder part, connecting it back to the. And here we have the mane. So this one, I mean, yeah, you're not going to have the perfect intersection. Yeah, he did this little, which I actually kind of like. I don't really see it here tons, but it adds to that wolfiness, right? You can still see it. There's this direction that collides with this direction. And that meets at like the cheek, right? And then there's the main head floof as well, which we can't forget. So you have this. Yeah, this goes practically from right here out. More of a curve out and then in. Kind of like curve out. Out. He did below the peak still. Next, that wasn't too symmetrical, wasn't it? And then we have this main floof that follows that. Make it trail like this here. Okay, and then for the ears, you remember we want to follow it along. Head. Follows some kind of idea. So it goes over the side, it goes like near to the middle of the head right here. We're going from here. So we go out and then up. Out, up. So in this one, we're traveling just kind of along the side of the head here. This. Much more pushed away. This. Meets at about here, so it goes very far back. So we got the nose. Trying to see the level of detail that Encompass pushing here. He does flesh out that front plane a lot, so we should do the same. This is the weird kind of like detailed. So, for example, I see this like polygon happening here, so we're doing this. Look at these unconfident lines, that's not acceptable. Need them to end properly, right? We have this smaller back part of the nose. And then these larger portions that jump out here. And we go down a bit. And this sharper. We have the jowls and stuff, where we actually and finally we have the lower lip. Definitely made the floof a bit way too large. And the legs. Whatever. Cool. And yeah, Uncomfy did add some like temporary pupils in there, so we'll do the same. Makes it seem a bit more alive. Oh. Overdid it, whatever. We'll worry about it in a bit. Now it's just a decision of how we want to do the beats. And yeah, we don't have much to work with here. This one should have been way more forward leaning, like the center of the torso. Thanks. I told myself that I'd extend it forward. We could do like a sausage-ish form, like something like this. Once again, I think we made it too long. Yikes. We want to do the... need like a paw training arc. I have no idea how to draw these. Form-wise. That eye kills me, dude. Stop touching it. This side of one of the paws right here. So much more turned away though. Oh, I messed that up so bad. Whatever, let's just save our pride and continue. For the paws, similar to overlapping planes exercise we did, I think the company marks out the planes and the directions on each paw. For each paw. Overlapping planes? What do you mean by overlapping planes? And yeah, we talked about it last stream. Uncomfy has this method, and I'm following that in my own unique way because we want box-like forms, boxy forms, and I'm trying to do that here. Just it doesn't look good, right? And he does a way that Dio has critiqued in her critiques, because he only fleshed out near the end. Did they work? Yes. Yeah, this one's straight down. Yeah, once again, those weird unconnected arm issues. Whatever, I think we're gonna leave this one here. Trying to figure out what you mean by overlapping planes. Because we've done intersections and organic intersections, but overlapping planes, I don't know what you mean by that one. Regardless, we're going to move on to the next demo tomorrow. That eye upsets me and these paws upset me. Actually, because we could add some more additive forms here. I'm just not feeling it. Do one right here, for example. I think it's smart to start with the contour first and then, or the silhouette first and then do the rest of it. Let's sink in there. Like right here. Now we want something like that. Ugh, that eye is just awful, man. I want to find a way to fix it, but I'm pretty sure every mark I'd add from now would think about it. Okay, well, I don't really want to texture this. We can texture it. I'm not really feeling it. Regardless, not this stream, because... Oh, let's also connect that form. Something like that. Oh, wait, yeah, why does it go like that? So, yeah, whatever. Yeah, main lessons learned today. I'm not going to do one for just today. We'll do one tomorrow. Or wait, a review. That'll be Tuesday, I guess. Our main takeaway was, once again, overlapping forms, starting on the inside with our circle, so we can define how large we want it. Legs were too large. I tried correcting. I over-inked. That was just my bad. I guess we just didn't pay attention to the sausage form right here. Our pelvis is, once again, too small. So just paying attention to that ratio that we'll have. And then, yeah, our additive forms were a bit weird. Probably could have done that differently. Other than that, not horrible. We're slowly getting the hang of it. This is the first one, right? So it's bound to be a bit bumpy, quite literally. And yeah, I do feel the ears are kind of lacking a bit of, yeah. Definition, right? The leg was not pushed to the right position. There's just a lot happening. Thank you, Delano, thank you. But I am not satisfied yet, so we ought to figure out how we want to do. So yeah, pause is the main thing we want to work on, and then just making sure our body ratios are good once again. That'll come with effort and time, but it's something we got to fix. But yeah, so good day today. That being said, everybody, we will not be streaming tomorrow. I'll be moving back to my apartment. We'll pick back up on Tuesday with the next construction demo. We'll probably texture that one. This one I just didn't want to spend any more time on. I'm not too concerned about texture as I am getting the forms and ratios and I can't remember the word. Like spatially. Oh my gosh. Proportions, getting the proportions right. That's a big goal of mine. So yeah, legs were a bit too thick. Other than that though, pretty okay. It also doesn't help that there's so much fur on it. I can't see past the fur. I think that's one big part for me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It's been fun. We'll do some research on pause in the meantime, all that stuff, and we'll convene on Tuesday to destroy the next demo. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you guys then. Bye for now.